Conversation that my colleague Abi Agina is just about to have with some of the experts in the agricultural sector. Good afternoon, Abi. And what exactly is happening where you are?
Well, many thanks there, Joy. As you flatly said it, Joy, indeed, it is an interesting afternoon here at the Kenya Agricultural Livestock Research Organization. What you can see before us is the new technology that has been launched called the Hermetic Storage Technology, HST, and it was unveiled earlier in the day by the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Agriculture, that is Willie Bett. And this technology promises to save on post-harvest losses, really, which stand at about 30%. So we want to now engage two gentlemen. One is the gentleman who was involved when it comes to developing this technology, and that is Kimondo Mutambuki, who is the head of entomology at Calro at Kabete. We also have with us David Kimutai, who is the senior maize expert for USAID, and he'll also be giving in some input. Let's start with you, Mr. Kimondo. Just how do we break this down to the average farmer in the rural area, Hermetic storage technology? What is it all about?
Hermetic storage actually is having a bag that is airtight and can preserve the grain for up to about a year or more. Basically, what happens is it has been made in such a way that it has polypropylene material.
Yes.
That actually does not allow the air to get in or out so long as it's airtightly tied. So basically, it works through modifying the environment inside, where the oxygen levels are reduced considerably through the respiration of the insects and the other microorganisms within that environment.
Okay.
In so doing, the carbon dioxide rises, and therefore the insects will not have the opportunity to breathe, therefore causing death within that environment.
So in simpler terms, it's a technology that tries to ensure your maize can be intact so long as you've done a few procedures. Just walk us through some of the procedures you have to do before you can store your maize in this HST bag.
Yeah, the first thing that you do, let me start by saying that as Caro, we have already evaluated some of these technologies, some of these bags. For an example, you have gone through like the PIX bag, like the AgroZ bag. We have really evaluated them, and even the Grain Pro bag.
Okay.
We have evaluated them at Kiboko, where we have one of the most damaging insects.
All right, okay. Let's talk about the storage process. Right?
Okay. Yeah, so normally what you do is you actually get the bag, ensure that it has no holes. That can be done very easily, just taking the bag, putting in air, just moving around so that it has some air inside, and then you tighten it. And then if you find that at least when you try to press it, does not go down, it means that it doesn't have any holes.
Okay.
So after that, then you put in the grain that you are storing, whether it's maize, whether it's cowpeas, whether it's beans, and then ensure that you tie it properly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand it can stay for 3 seasons. This translates to about a year, where you can store your maize in a cool and a dry place. And let me bring in Mr. Kimutai. Looking at this particular initiative that the USAID also has a big input in, how do you intend to roll it out in the market? And what do you think will make it be embraced in the different counties within the country?
Thank you very much. Let me first correct something that when we talk of the 3 seasons, it's actually 3 years.
All right.
So, like my colleague had said, you can use it for at least a year.
Oh, okay.
As at USAID Caves, we have been promoting this technology for the last three years. And this is a technology, for us, we promote a technology that has been tested by authorities like Calro and others.
Yes.
And we work with at least 500,000 farmers in 22 counties in the country. Today's launch will make a milestone in the rolling out of the technology. We will be working with county governments to ensure that we roll out these technologies in partnership with departments of agriculture in those 22 counties. And we will be starting the roadshow from tomorrow in Trans Nzoia, and we roll out to Elgeyo Marakwet and to other counties.
Okay.
And the following week we will be doing Western. We are working in partnership with 5 manufacturers, that is AgroZ, Elite Innovations, Zero Fly, Grain Pro, and the Bell Industries, to be able to help our farmers access. And also we have certified agro dealers in designated counties that farmers can access at retail price.
All right. Yes. And we've seen different reports show that we lose close to 30% of our harvest to post-harvest losses. Perhaps how will this change these figures? Will it reduce it, and by what extent, Mr. Kimondo?
Actually we carried out that work that actually showed that we lose about 30%, especially in areas that you have that pest that I just mentioned before, the Raja Gurumbora. And also, we actually say that if at all you can store your grain for about 6 months, and the damage levels is below 5%, then that grain is safe and is good for consumption without, losing nutritional value or anything. However, and I still like to go back to that first question you asked, before I even come to that, is the farmers must ensure that the grain is properly dried.
Okay.
Otherwise, if they don't, then it may be contaminated.
So how do you know it's properly dried?
Now, I think some farmers actually have a traditional way of actually ensuring that the grain is dry. Actually, some by touching, others by biting. But also, currently, the Minister of Agriculture have some gadgets that can actually measure the dryness of the grain, the moisture content. So they must ensure that it's below, what we say, 13.75%, moisture content.
Okay.
That is the first thing they should do before they actually put it in the bag.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And Kimutai, maybe your closing thoughts. When it comes to counterfeits, we know when a new product comes into the market, it is quickly counterfeited, and the unscrupulous businessmen make their money, and the real product eventually does not succeed in the market. Do you have interventions towards this?
So what we would like to tell our farmers is that they should buy bags from certified agro dealers, and also they should buy their bags from the sales representatives, from the manufacturers that are known. And every time they go to the shops to buy, let them be given a receipt so that we can trace that this is they bought from that place. So they need to buy from certified agro dealers and to work closely with the certified manufacturers that has been certified by mandated government authorities like CALRO.
Thank you very much. That is David Kimutai, who is the senior maize expert for USAID, and to my extreme left we have Kimondo, actually, Mutambuki, head of entomology, just breaking it down for us, just sharing what does this new technology mean. They anticipate it's going to reduce post-harvest losses by some good percentages, which they didn't disclose. But earlier on, we did see the CS mention that they're eyeing for post-harvest losses to go down by about 20%, meaning some good news when it comes to addressing food security in the country, which we've seen a number of counties have fallen prey to the ongoing drought situation where majority of the people have been affected. Well, from this end, we hand you back to studio where Joy Doreen has more for us. Joy, take it away.